Is it not horrible enough to know that an ex-cop in Russia tried to build zombie army? But this is weirdly true. He tried to make zombie army by killing homeless and performing satanic rituals on their bodies. Check out the video for more details. It sounds like the sick storyline from a Hollywood horror film. Four homeless men stagger into a remote forest clearing in the dead of night. The flickering firelight casts eerie shadows across a makeshift stone table. Yet there is no sign of the cheap vodka they were promised to warm them against the freezing cold. Slowly the truth starts to dawn on them. That is no table, it's an altar, and their new friend who promised them free bottles of booze has a far more sinister plan. One by one they are sacrificed on the altar by the light of the bonfire before satanic rituals are performed on their mutilated bodies. These are the appalling murders allegedly carried out by Arsen Barambikov, a former police officer, outside the remote Russia town of Verkhnaya-Pisma, 900 miles east of Moscow. Barambikov is accused of burying the bodies, then returning some time later to dig them up, believing the sacrifices had given him the occult powers of a necromancer. It is said he planned to use his victims to build his own zombie army. Investigators in the case said, he tried to bring the dead back to life and turn them into zombies. However, all his attempts were futile. Barambikov is clearly not your average police officer. He is also charged with dealing firearms and assassinating two businessmen in 2002 and 2010. But he cannot simply be dismissed as criminally insane. A psychiatric evaluation ruled he was fit to stand trial, and he was canny enough to plea bargain with prosecutors to ensure he faces a maximum jail sentence of just 12 years, despite his horrific crimes. Instead, Barambikov's killing spree is the latest in a long list of crimes inspired by Russia's deadly obsession with the occult, which stretches back hundreds of years. There are reportedly 400,000 professional occultists in Russia, fueling a black magic black market worth £24 billion a year. The days of state-sponsored psychics seem to be over, as the Russian parliament has introduced new laws to stop mystics advertising their supernatural services in the mass media. Dispelling Russia's obsession with the occult may prove rather more difficult,